doctor, huh?
There's some around, but they're currently marked as busy.
This was the best. I gotta call Strong Rock. How do I get Strong Rock's number? Is he on other? Oh, we do have private. Others are private practice. They should not be in the City Hall app. Who is this?
Hey,
Sir, can I
Governor.
help you?
How's it going?
You know what? It's
You
a good
okay?
day. The sun's shining, the birds are chirping. I
Well,
got the wind in my scalp.
I got terrible news. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
what's that?
I'm just kidding. Where are you?
I'm at the FIB
Can you
building.
pick me up? I just got out of the hospital from a horrible car accident.
Oh my God, what happened?
I don't know. I actually
Oh.
don't know. Last thing I remember, I was driving my new car, and I smashed into something, and that was it.
Yeah, I can come pick you up. I'll be there in give me like 4 minutes.
Strap it on.
What?
Oh, it's a seatbelt thing. Oh, I'm at the hospital.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon, also,
Y-
and as well.
Everything all right? You get checked out by a doctor?
My fiance left me.
Oh. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, me too.
You doing all right?
They're not negligent. That's a lot of money right now. That's still a lot of money. I mean, if I do 50,000, we don't want every mistake to be something where the cops need to get fucking fired. But there should be consequences for it that you can feel. And if I and if we find for 500 to $1,000, wait, I need a wheelchair. Oh fuck. Oh my god, I'm oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm fail RPing. I'm fail RPing. Shit. Oh shit. What is it? All right, I can do this. Hold on. Oh fuck. I had to report myself, sorry.
Jerry.
Me legs.
What? Your legs?
Yeah, they don't work.
Yeah,
They're
you
in
broke
cast.
both your legs.
Yeah, I tried to walk in them. Didn't work too well.
Yeah, well, your legs are in cast because you broke both your legs. You got flung from a car.
I need a wheelchair.
Apparently. Are you at the hospital?
Yes. I made a mistake.
What do you mean you made a mistake?
I tried to walk on them like they were stilts, and now I'm stuck in the driveway.
Okay,
in front
well,
of the
I'm
hospital.
gonna need a ride down to the city. Let me see if Ty can take me down to the
I
city.
need help.
I'm coming.
Can the doctor
Jerry.
get me a wheelchair? How do I get a wheelchair?
There's two
Help!
doctors on duty. It's Jerry. I'm on my way. Okay.
I just need a wheelchair. I'm screaming for help because I'm all alone out here. They're gonna run over my feet.
Oh my God. I'm literally on my way to get you a wheelchair. So you need to just have patience. Wait
I'm getting
3
on
minutes for me to
Sosuke
drive
after
down from
this.
Sandy.
Help!
Okay? Jerry,
Any doctors?
we need to talk about a lot of things,
There's
Jerry.
a car driving into the hospital.
I need to have a very serious conversation
There's a
with
car
you
driving
about a
into
few
the
things.
hospital. Oh,
There's a car driving into the hospital right
Oh,
now.
no,
what do
they
you fucking
tried.
mean there's a car driving
They tried
into
to
the
get into
hospital
the.
right now?
They're trying to get in underground.
Oh, God damn it, Jerry.
I thought it was they were trying to drive through the bean machine.
No,
What are they
nobody's
doing?
driving into the bean
Are
machine.
they kidnapping somebody?
Oh, it's probably an EMS underneath. What do you mean?
No. There's this Sugoi or something out here. That's.
Is somebody trying to kidnap someone, Jerry?
think
a doctor
so.
already died today. Can
Yeah, they
people
might
not-
be.
And people stop at the
They
hospital.
might be. Oh, Strong Rock's here. He's supposed to pick me up, but I can't walk, so.
Yeah, well, give me a minute. I'm coming down there to get you a wheelchair, okay?
Is there
We're
any
passing Bolingbrook
doctors?
now.
Hello?
Jerry, there's only one other doctor on duty, and I don't know where they are right now, so you need to wait till I can get there.
Oh, God.
I have a lot of very important things I need to
I gotta
discuss
talk to
with you.
Strong Rock. You're gonna have to wait till tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta deal with Strong Rock. Hello? Help! I need a
Okay, what about
wheelchair!
after Strong Rock.
You need a wheelchair.
My feet are in cast!
Who is that?
It's me, Jerry.
Oh, God.
Jerry, what are you doing?
Is
Help!
Patrick there to get you a wheelchair?
No! Oh, God, here
Okay,
comes the
well-
ambulance. Please don't run me over. Don't run me over!
Jerry, I'm coming to get you a wheelchair. Have patience.
What? Are you
okay?
okay? I'll deal with you in a
Almost there.
second, okay?
Please do.
I have a headache, so we're not gonna go long today.
Why are you just sitting? Why are you sitting on the sidewalk here?
I got into a car accident the other day, and now I can't walk.
Jesus Christ, Jerry.
Oh, it's Rudy.
Alright, where's my ride?
Where are you trying to go?
I need a wheelchair!
I didn't give you one?
Quimbly's too busy hanging out, partying up north. Now I gotta meet with Strong Rock, who's out there waiting for me, but I can't walk.
Oh my god.
Have I eaten?
When
Yes.
does he come pick you up?
Who? He's right there. Oh, here's Quimbly.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here to get you your wheelchair.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I was about to get ran by the ambulance.
Yeah, they almost ran me over, Quimbly.
Who did?
Everybody.
Okay.
You could have chosen a better spot to
I
to.
thought I could walk on them, and I made a mistake.
Okay. Jerry, when's the last time you showered?
It was up to. I was in a coma. I
There's
think I
your
was-
chair, buddy.
It's up to them
Oh
if
my
they
God.
sponge bath.
You're okay. Get
There
in
you
your
go.
chair.
Don't say I didn't ever do anything for you.
You'll be okay.
Ugh,
Are you okay?
yeah. Jesus. How do you?
Oh my,
Oh my God, Carrie, careful.
I've never
Oh
been
my-
in one of these. Well,
Okay,
not in a while.
Yeah, well, you
Stop
drive it
pushing when
with
you're
your
gonna hit a
little
wall.
hands. You kind of turn it and it'll drive it forward. Okay,
When
Jerry,
did-
careful.
When did she lose? When did she go through her issue? Remember, she had.
You use your hands to move it forward.
I'm
and it'll
simply-
drive forward.
Ah, shit! I pinched him.
I am.
Well,
Why
you gotta
couldn't we
be
get one with
careful.
the thing, with the joystick?
Okay, you got joystick money?
I got more than joystick money.
Yeah, you got joystick money. For
Ah!
Oh my god!
Jerry,
Jerry!
Jerry, you have to be okay.
I'm okay.
It's not looking good.
Here, I got it. I
Help.
got it. Oh.
Jerry, I got it. Just
Don't steer
Ugh.
around. No
all right,
hospital.
use my shoulder. Get in the damn chair. Jesus Christ.
How do I work one of these fucking things?
You
Okay,
just
you
gotta-
turn it with your hands. I just told you.
Can I get a joystick? Like the thing, the
Jerry,
cool one?
we don't have joystick
Oh my god, Jerry, you gotta be
wheelchair
careful.
money.
You're gonna.
What are you doing?
I'm
You
trying.
want me to
I don't
push
want to
it?
pinch my fingers.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
you just gotta-
Diva,
where you gotta
just
go
pull- you
to?
just-
I gotta go
you-
in this car
okay.
straight ahead.
So just go
Jerry,
straight. Just go
Yeah,
straight.
Grab the
Don't
pole.
go
How do I
down
stop? How do I stop?
Okay, okay,
Oh
all
my
right.
God.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Now here, let me help you in. Let me
Yeah, get him in the
we'll get the
car.
wheelchair there. Let me grab
Help
the
him
door
get in
for
there.
you.
Jesus.
Just get him in
Man
the
is
car.
fucking
Useless.
All right, here we go.
Me
There we
wheelchair.
go. But you,
It's on the
I'll
ground.
get it for you. I'll get it for you. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Fine.
It's bench guy.
There we go. I'm gonna put it in the trunk for you.
Hey.
My legs broken. Both of
Is
them.
that from the car crash?
Yeah. Yeah. Is Fish okay? Has anybody seen him? He's in the
Fish.
car with me
The
when
fuck
it
is
happened.
fish?
It's a dog.
The demon.
Today.
All right. All right. All right. All right. What can I help you with, Jerry?
Oh,
What can we help you with?
so I've been having my people pulling on my ear, as they say, asking about some things, talking about some different stuff. Apparently, there's been some misunderstandings, I guess, regarding what you guys can and can't do.
Okay.
So
Can-
one of the
maybe I
issues
can help.
apparently is there's a people doing police work as FIB or something.
All right. Well, I mean, you got any examples for me that I can
No,
maybe
the
clear
cops
the air
haven't said
on?
anything to you.
Not really. No.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is I know you guys had a talk with. I know Bob is busy. I believe he's been looking through houses for ghosts lately. It's his new
Ghosts?
event. Yeah, he's been doing that lately. It's his thing. But I can help, and I know you guys had a talk a while back about issues with cops or some FIB people doing that or overstepping a little bit. So
I mean, please be brutally honest. I don't mind, having a conversation about this stuff, but I kind of have to have, like examples that I can work off of.
I don't know what the example is. I just know that they've said that there was FIB agents that were pulling people over, chasing people, and entering in on different chases and stuff. Anyway, regardless, I feel like we've already talked about this stuff in the past. I'm sure they should talk to you about it instead. That's what you're
It
here
sounds
for.
like it.
They probably shouldn't talk to other people about it in the FIB besides you. This is something you should be able to deal with, and I don't know why they would bring it to anybody else and then complain when nothing gets done about it. The second thing is I want to help you guys be more integrated with the police and have less animosity with the police or the FIB can't do this. What are they doing here? Why are they, So I had some
Yeah.
ideas. And I think I heard that you had this idea. So great minds think alike.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to the police about allowing you know what a nurse practitioner is? It's like a nurse that can prescribe things. Like, they have the ability to prescribe prescriptions. They're like a step above. They almost went to med school, but not really. But also kinda.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So essentially, I want
Sure.
that for the FIB. So essentially, your agents, if they want to take, they should be allowed to go and attend academies. And once they do, they should be allowed to assist and integrate a little more with the police on doing certain things when needed. 77 requests, going to certain things when necessary.
So we already do those things.
Right, and they don't like that.
Why?
They don't like unless they're, because you got to understand what their idea is, right? If you guys show up and do it, are you under the same oversight as they are? Do they have to listen to you, or do you have to listen to them, right?
Well, I mean, it's a partnership.
Right. But they don't see it as that, and people get a little there's animosity that grows. So the idea was that we would allow all FIB agents that you would pick, like your pick of the litter,
Mm-hmm.
could go to academies. They don't have to be they don't have to apply. They are allowed to go from you. And then once they attend academy, they could do a lot more. They could just be integrated a lot more because they understand
So
the
what
SOPs.
All right.
I
So
think it's an SOP issue, right? They know your SOPs and you know the SOPs for cops, but I think it's
Right.
a consideration of they want to know that whoever's going to show up there knows the SOPs. Is going to follow them for the police versus when it's an FIB thing.
Yeah. No. I like the idea. I do have some people that, that have been working for me for a long time, and I want to reward them by giving them the opportunity to be agents. But for instance, right? None of the people that I have put in the agent's position do not. They already have police training, and I get the idea that they're trying to portray of like clash of SOPs, but all the things that I train and tell people, how to do fall in line with what they do.
Right.
Jerry,
That
it
no
just
no I
sounds
that's true, but you got to understand the kind of it's more of a how do I say it's I guess
I
it's
mean,
kind of
Jerry,
like a consideration, right? Like just
it's
because you
pretty
say it doesn't mean
polarizing.
it's
Jerry, it's pretty polarizing that you're the person having this conversation with me instead of anyone in the police force.
because they feel like only I can have that
But
conversation
that's
with you,
just
right?
not the case at all.
It's not. Uh
They have to. The thing is, right? They want to have they want to have things the way they want them, and if they were to talk to me, they would have to compromise. Instead, if they talk to you, they think you can just tell me how it is, and then I have to listen.
right.
So,
But I never want
listen,
to do that.
I will be brutally honest with you, Jerry. The issues that you're telling me, they have been brought up in the past, and it was people that did not like Nova or Galaga, and were complaining, basically to the point that Galaga did not see that she could operate here in San Andreas anymore. And once again, they find another person that they dislike, my Agent Frost, because I don't know exactly the details that led to her not being accepted into the PD, into the academy system. But she was denied twice apparently for reasons unbeknownst to me. And from the outside looking in, I see people that just do not like people that don't fit into their square pegs, and they're trying to complain enough to change things that they don't have control over.
Do you see what the inherent issue is with that though? If people
What's
don't
that?
if they get denied as PD, right? But they still want to be PD, they're going to come to you and get in it anyway, right? So
But the
that's
thing is, I'm
inherently
not-
going to create a bit of an animosity between you and them, and it's going to constantly. Do you understand? Like that person clearly, they did not like. They don't want them involved in PD stuff. They don't want them around it forever, whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But
Well,
do you
that's the thing,
understand
and
what
if
the
I-
thing
if-
is?
I do. I understand that. In my personal opinion, and if there was an actual reason as to why she was denied that could be brought to my attention, maybe I wouldn't have made her an agent, and maybe I'll fire her. But until I'm communicated with and talked to about it, instead of just we don't like her, in my opinion, that's not a good enough reason.
Sure, but you're just going to constantly run up into these issues where you're pushing on them, they're going to keep pushing back, and then they're not going to want to work with you, and then you're where everybody's going to be isolated. I'm a politics guy, so I try to find
I am
solutions
too.
that make
I am
everything to make people happy, right? And I think the two things I thought of was one, I want a fluid transfer policy between the FIB and the police for agents, meaning if an FIB agent feels like they would rather be more of a beat cop or a police officer, they should be able to fluidly transfer without any type of just like any cop could transfer to the LSSD and the LSPD. So that was one of the things I wanted, and then the other thing was the academy thing. Also, there was another part, and that was giving. Do you guys have access to the VR thing yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that was the other thing that I wanted to bring up. That would increase fluidity between the two departments.
I've asked to use it in the past, and I've been denied.
Okay, I'll work on that. I know a guy in the police department. He might be able to help you.
Yeah, no, I would like that, and I think what the points you're raising, I am definitely on board with. I have people that I more or less cannot make agents because I cannot give them the training they need to be able to enter the field, right?
Then they should be
Because
automatically given that by you. Well, not by you. They should be automatically allowed to go to it as long as it, as long as it doesn't overburden the police. But you have
Right,
police
and
training too, so you could go and help out with academies, and
I could, yeah, and I would definitely be open to that as well.
there you go. So I think that would
Um,
also help.
Yeah, yeah. I just, I don't think, and I mean, obviously, I can only like see so far into the future, and I can only judge, things. I don't think that this will necessarily solve the problem, because I think the problem is stemming from, like, we don't like this person, or we don't like the way this is, and I unfortunately, and while I'm definitely up to trying it, I don't
Jeez.
think that will solve
The underlying
overall
issue is not
problem.
just the personal one. They maybe target somebody and use them as an example, but the underlying issue is clearly this: is that, and this was the same thing that they always brought up with Galaga, is that they operate, or an FIB agent will operate outside of any police jurisdiction, right? So hypothetically, let's say such person does something on a traffic stop. An FIB agent does a traffic stop, does everything wrong, pulls people out of the car, searches them, frisks them. They feel kind of, I guess, helpless. Like if they're with another PD officer, the PD officer feels like they can't step in and do anything about it, right? So the issue is, what's the difference at that point between a police officer and an FIB agent?
Well, the difference is, right, is
It's an oversight issue. That's clear. That's it. If there was a singular oversight for certain things, when you're mixing, it would be fine. I think.
okay. Well, give me a minute. I'm busy. The thing is, right, is I have a good relationship with Ty. We talk. We actually have like open communications. The first like person that I've actually been able to talk to about things. And I know that he feels comfortable bringing things to me and talking about them, right? Coming
Right.
to a compromise, an agreement. And I have the standards for the people that I hire and the things that they do. The standards are very high. I'm not going to let someone that I feel is going to go into the field and, abuse people's rights and things like that. I'm not going to let that happen.
Of course.
And to be honest with you, until something like that does happen, or I'm given an example of it, I don't have a desire to change anything, because I can only punish people and change things based on the examples and the things that are actually happening. And I have been given 0 examples of any of what you're saying.
Have you ever? I guess the question is: has anybody entered as a chase unit in police chases? Because they specifically mentioned that there's been FIB agents in police chases.
Yeah, so I can tell you, for example, I have. There's been situations where, for instance, people go into our garage and break into our cars, right? And I call for police assistance. That is the first and foremost thing that I do, and that I've told all of my agents to do. You always request police assistance. Now, if it's something that's relevant to us, right? Like breaking into our garage, or maybe I have someone investigating a member of a gang for robbing ATMs, right? For financial investigations. We do need to have a jumping off point for these investigations. So, maybe I have one of my agents, check out ATM robberies one evening, and they observe, they photograph, and they report to the police. And when the police come and deal with them, they assist. Or maybe it's someone selling joints. Maybe I have one of my agents who's investigating the Marabuntas for selling joints on Fudge Lane. They're going to go and do surveillance on Fudge Lane. And when they have probable cause for an arrest, call in the police and assist. I tell them, let the PD units be the main focus on the call, primary, secondary. And, usually in the mornings when there's like maybe 6 officers around, and
So it's a boogeyman.
there's
argument.
an officer, that's got an active pursuit.
Essentially what happens here is there's a boogeyman
and I see
argument
no other units
saying
available to help
a
them. I will ask
hypothetical
on radio,
when there
"Do you
was
want
when there
assistance?"
isn't an
And they'll say
actual
yes,
issue.
and I will go and assist them.
So
It's
it's a boogeyman argument. That's essentially what's happening, is that there's this inherent like what if and a boogeyman that's going to
yes,
happen.
exactly.
And the biggest thing that I'm trying to do, and I think we have to do, because it's the only way we're going to get people to work together on the long run, is to alleviate as many of those boogeyman fears that we can. So I don't what you're telling me is seems fine to me. If someone's going into your garage, you should be able to fucking chase them. That is technically private property. And then
it's investigation,
you know,
like
and
jump-off
investigation
points.
stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff that I was told is pretty similar to basically what Galaga was doing, and that's what their boogeyman is constantly. But I think we could make it. I would like to make more accessibility with you guys in the PD, and I'd like more potential cooperation that we can have, where I don't, you know, people aren't freaking out every time they see an FIB
Can you
car.
see our SOPs?
Probably. I don't know. Are they in the thing? Yeah, then yes.
They're in the documents, legislation, FIB documents.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't matter if you copy and pasted the whole police department SOPs. The fact is police officers are not, they get nervous when people are there and they operate. I guess the idea is without,
I mean, the thing is,
you know,
right, is, and I get the PD is an overwhelming force in the city, but you know, there may be something from time to time that makes them uncomfortable, and that's, that should be okay.
The DOJ always makes them uncomfortable, and I laugh at them all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, really,
it's a power problem.
I'm not saying that you're not the one to do this, but they should just be coming to me. And I have made it very clear to people that I am always available to speak about things. Like you said, one of the examples was doing
the same thing.
You said one of the examples was doing traffic stops, right?
Yeah.
So I have spoken to a couple of my agents recently about any of the traffic stops that they may be doing. And there have only ever been 2 traffic stops that have been outside of, like, today someone robbed an ATM and I was the only person in the city, and I reported it to the police, and then I pulled them over, and then the police responded. Was July, this person that, you know, there seems to be a grudge against, or some petty bullshit that people like to have, is she did 2 traffic stops, and both times the person actually collided their vehicle with her. Drove into her. And both times she requested PD assistance. One of the times she didn't get it, and the other time she did.
No, I mean, what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
I guess.
And that's the thing. And then I have, you know, we have people saying FIB are doing traffic stops. All out of proportion. And what they do, right, is these people that
you
have,
talk about
you know,
dang and
maybe
romp,
they
but
don't
we're at
like
9,
July,
we're not
maybe
even,
they don't
we're
like
under
the
1K.
FIB, maybe it's just something that makes them uncomfortable. They say FIB is doing traffic stops, and they complain, and they go to their higher ups, and then their higher ups, you know, bring it to you, and it's a boogeyman. There's not an actual problem. They're just making it bigger than it needs to be. And I would be happily proven wrong. I will bite my tongue if I'm actually brought a problem.
I was under
But
the
I have
assumption
not
that they talked to you already.
I have not been talked to at all. The only thing that I could possibly think of recently that that has been brought to my attention is I was called like a week ago by Gamble and Ferrero on speaker, and they said something traffic stops, FIB, we need to speak. And I said okay. They gave me a time. I ended up being sick, and I asked to reschedule. I spoke to them, I think 6 times in between them, asking them to have that conversation again. And every time it's just been, yeah, I'm trying to find the right people to be there.
Oh my God.
Trust me, it has not been for a lack of trying on my part. I have tried my best to be as available as possible. And I am available
This is
and
the
around
second-
a shit ton.
This is the
And
second
I always
time.
fucking pick up my phone. I literally, honestly, I pick it up too much. I'm in the middle of a conversation with someone. I'll answer my phone.
They can't be above them. It'll never work. It never has worked. Well, you know as well as I do that the FIB has always been um, a difficult thing to balance and get working. And, you know, I think this has been fantastic so far. So
Yeah, I mean,
this is the best.
I have compromised and changed my, my overall goal and vision, well, mine and the directors, to accommodate for voids that we have in San Andreas. For instance, fines, civil asset forfeiture, your skip tracers. I took them under my wing,
I
and
love the bounty hunters.
I know, and we have been doing a shit ton of work. We have brought in over the past 3 months over $3 million through asset forfeiture and fines.
You guys must be rich, right? Like the kickback from those is pretty good.
You mean the skip tracing or
Yeah.
the money that we're seizing? No, they don't get the kickback anymore.
What?
It was when I took over the skip tracers was when the budget was really bad, and it was we were before the chancellor brought out that money, and to try and make the skip tracing work, because let's be honest, it wasn't working.
Might not. Yeah, that's the hard part about being a
took away
leader,
the
man.
budget, I put them under
It's the
the
most
FIB,
frustrating
I
thing
gave
about
them
being a
the
leader,
backup they needed,
and he's
the
getting
tools
the
required
full brunt of it.
skip tracing is in practice and like without actually doing the work, something that really interests a lot of people. But in practicality, actually doing the work, it's nearly impossible because there's not a jumping off point for it. There's no, like, more or less, I've done the skip tracing myself. I went out and I did it to try to understand the problems. All it is more or less going through the directory, looking all the names, looking them up in the MDW, going through recently created fines, looking those names up, among, looking in the City Hall app and things like that.
Lop about to
And
talk
once
shit
you've gone
about
through
Nia.
all of those, all you can really do is drive around to the different popular areas in the city and then be available for people that want to pay their fines. Pretty much like the only work that the skip tracers can do at the moment. What we really need, and something I've asked multiple times and tried to work with the DOJ, we need suspicious banking transaction alerts, or we need anytime someone with a fine uses their credit card or a phone to pay.
That's funny. He says
maybe we get like a delayed response because the technology might be older. 5 minutes after that transaction occurs, they get alerted to it. And they can go there and they can start like a jumping off point into their hunt or their investigation, right? Maybe it's the bank. Maybe they go to the bank and find someone there and say, hey, did you see someone that matches this description? They say, yeah, they actually left. They went north. They said they were going to go get food at the bean machine, right? Then they go to the bean machine. Then they, run into Niles Bean. And he says, yeah, they said they were going to go to this concert at the Vinewood Bowl. And then they go to the Vinewood Bowl and they find the person. The skip tracing really, really needs some love. I would really, really like to be the person to provide them with that.
Well,
because I know the struggles of the job. I've done it. I've been out there. I've probably done like 20 to 30 hours of skip tracing. Stand by.
Bank alerts. One second.
Yeah, take your time. All right, Chris, you go first. You were waiting. Copy that. Can you let them know that we're trying to, but we can't do it just yet? Copy that. Riley, send it. Okay, let her know that I'm in a very important meeting and I will get there as soon as I can.
Sorry. I had to send you it through our covert private line emails.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I brought the skip tracers in, they're on our radio. We're there to help them. Another thing that would be really nice that would let me help them even more so, and I think I've spoken to the DOJ about this already, and they said they would take it back to discuss it with the rest of the DOJ, is giving me the ability to check a bank balance. I'm not sure if you know how the DOJ, but basically, if someone has overdue fines,
Yeah.
per legislation, their bank balance can be checked.
Well, actually, that I don't see any problem with that because the original idea and what we did is I think we gave the ability to the wardens, right? So the wardens used to have access to that.
Yeah, that would make the work, more easier and accessible for the skip tracers because,
What do you need to do? You want to be able to pull bank
the
accounts?
bank balance. Yep, full bank balance. So I think what the DOJ does, and I don't know if the system has changed, is they have the ability to seize money.
I'm
and
changing it right now.
when they go into seize money, it'll tell them a balance before they actually seize. I think that's what they do.
I'm giving you access right now.
Thank you.
Only you will have it for now. We could
Yeah,
probably
that's
work
fine.
on. Wait. How do you get paid?
Hourly.
When was your last paycheck you picked up? Are you a director?
No,
or deputy director?
No, I'm deputy director. Director's right here.
Okay. Well, that's very noble of him to take a pay cut.
Yep. Yeah, he requested that himself.
Yep.
Let me see if I can remember how to work this thing. Deputy director. I had another thing I wanted to bring up to you.
Yeah.
For you guys to do. And I think you're the only people who could do it.
What's that?
So, there's been some concerns. And obviously there was even, regarding some high-level officials possibly being corrupt.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I know.
Yeah. Big shock.
And I think the only way that I can find a bunch of people who can look into that is an objective third party with no teeth in the game. And the only people that is you guys.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely open to that.
Now, before people start freaking out, all right, when we're just going to start this, it's not an IA. Maybe an IAA-ish, but...
Hold on. We don't like them.
Okay. Well...
FIB.
We're FIB.
Mm.
I think the idea is that if there's some concerns about some people doing some shady stuff,
You mean like shooting civilians in broad daylight and not getting punished for it?
Well, they would have to be of a... I would say if it's like a cop. No, that's not you guys. Let the police handle that.
I mean, I would, but they didn't do anything about it.
Really?
Yeah, I literally, Greco and I attempted to prosecute someone for shooting someone in broad daylight, and we got the gun malfunctioned, and the police did not punish the person.
Well, I heard today. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you can see this. But there was this civil case that happened, where the cops got found guilty civilly of over $27,000.
Wow,
it's
that's
been
a lot
kind
of
of
money.
increased a lot lately. It was Justice Haller who rendered the verdict. But yeah, there's not gonna. I think the DOJ is not gonna be too sympathetic towards things like that. Um, Ty has no choice but to do it if he wants to stick around.
How about
Um,
arresting FIB agents for being on Channel 1?
You want to who arrests? No,
Bloom.
that's the dumbest thing.
Yeah,
Well,
and not only that,
If they had a
but-
purpose, if they were just listening in, no. But if they had a purpose, then why would you?
well, so here's the thing, right? One of my agents was arrested by Bloom for literally just being on Channel 1. That was it.
How'd they find out?
Nothing else. You know, they were out in the city, and honestly, it's good that we're on Channel 1, because if something happens and we need to be made aware of it going on, you know, we need to be on Channel 1. So he was on Channel 1, gets arrested, takes it to a bench trial. The judge finds him not guilty of not obstruction of justice, failure to comply. Then Bloom immediately arrests me and him after the bench trial for being on Channel 1 again. Wastes like 6 hours of my time. I don't know why Joy did this, but he found us guilty because he saw a problem that was not going to be solved unless someone came around and said the FIB can be on Channel 1. And he said, if someone does that, I will, you know, take back the charges. So Bob had to come around and say the police do not control who's on what frequency. And then Joy took back the charges, and you know what? Let alone,
I
you know,
remember that. Yeah.
nonetheless,
Bob was not
Bloom
happy.
still did not get punished for it.
Well, here's my example of what you would do there, right? If people like that, if that keeps happening, right, and nobody punishes them, and there's an actual issue that happens, and they're either found guilty or it's been prosecuted, and it looks like it's being swept under the rug. You wouldn't go in that case, all right? We're going to use Bloom as an example. You wouldn't go after Bloom if it was this, you know, investigative unit. You would go after the
department.
the department, the highest ranking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And see if there's a systemic issue. That's what you would go after, right? Internally, they should be punishing those people, but if they're not, the DOJ has been is going to be racking up, is going to be, you know, pushing more consequences to cops doing phony behavior, taking their job less seriously, being lazy, not violating rights, and then forcing them to go to trial for it, which is another burden on top of it. So
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, we tried to do that with the Kelly Banana situation, where Bloom shot Kelly Banana, in air quotes, accidentally. And basically what Joy said in his verdict was, we are not the police force. We're not going to punish him. Like, he should be punished by his superiors.
if they didn't find any criminal wrongdoing, I think in that case it's got to be a civil case. But
Yeah, well, apparently she sued him, and the judge found the gun manufacturer liable.
she get like, I mean, like, maybe she made some more money then.
Yeah, I don't think she's really sued to get money. I think she sued to hold someone accountable.
Remember when Toretti shot the...
And unfortunately, it just didn't work.
Well, we had an idea.
Yeah, I mean, that besides the point. Continue with your idea that you were saying.
So we did speak about some of this stuff and how to deal with the potential repercussions and how to handle how this stuff is organized and how you guys are mobilized for stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ideas was a type of grand jury situation where there's a panel or multiple people in higher up positions, like the director of public safety, the governor, I guess the Surgeon General and the Supreme Justices can utilize the FIB to look into systemic corruption inside
To
certain
investigate.
departments, right? And it would have to be a kind of a panel of people who do that, rather than making sure that there's less of a chance of any type of vengeful activity going on, right? My job is inherently to be objective. As much as I want to hate and just ruin people's lives, I can't. So inherently, my job makes me be a little more objective,
Impartial.
impartial,
Yeah,
and I can't do anything about that. It's the same thing with Bob. It's the same thing with the Supreme Justices. All of us have to do that, and I think if we're all on the same page to be able to do stuff like this, I think this might be a good idea. So, you know, let's say there's a judge doing something strange, or a director of medicine, not Quimbley, but, you know, a director of medicine. You can do the investigation for Quimbley, right? To look into stuff internally for her.
Yeah.
You will be the investigative unit to look into that stuff. That's kind of where that's our jumping off point. We just started talking about today. If you guys are interested in looking into stuff like that, I would love it, because then I could use you guys to help when people come to me and say, you know, corruption, man, I can do something about it.
Yeah,
And you are
I
an
mean,
objective third party, so it's not a problem of you pissing somebody off or you being seen as impartial or partial or anything like that. So I think it's the perfect thing.
No, I agree, and I think the two like limitations to that.
It was Jerry. No, that was another one.
Something that I have been open.
No,
to
they didn't take me to
investigating
trial.
In the past. The two problems that arise there is the people bringing the investigations to us, so like actually getting the investigations, and two, the things actually being able to be investigated and proven, you know, more or less beyond a reasonable doubt.
I mean, let's be honest. It doesn't really. When it comes to internal investigations, they really don't have to be beyond a reasonable doubt. If there's clear corruption issues here, they could go to court if it's a murder thing, or they could be removed from their position. Period. Right. So if a judge is found to be doing some phony baloney business, receiving payments from people, doing stuff like that, yes, that is corruption, blackmail, maybe extortion, something. But also, it helps, get rid of them.
Well, if you set up the channel for that to happen, I would be more than happy to accommodate and take those cases.
Okay, perfect. Well, then we'll get the ball rolling on that. I will talk to Joy. I am working with Montag, and then I'll bring in the rest of those people to it to utilize you with that. So that's the other thing. So you know what you guys would look good in?
What's that?
One of those Grangers.
You mean like the
new ones?
Like the 3600
Yeah.
LX?
Yeah, maybe something a little fancier.
Yeah, with the armor plating and the bulletproof
Okay,
glass.
well, hold on. I don't even have that.
And the guns on the front
No.
grill.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even have
Jerry,
that.
now you're thinking.
I'm just saying. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know why I'm talking about that. But anyway, I think that's a couple things I want to do. I would say I'll go back and I told the police department that last time they brought stuff to me about this, they said, I asked them who they spoke to, and they're like, oh, I just talked to some agent. Like, okay, well, when you're talking about systemic issues and different changes that you need to make to the department, you got to go to Strong Rock.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would go to anybody but Strong Rock. It's a chain of command thing. Right? It's like, what is an agent going to do when you're bringing to them, things you want to change in the department? So I'll make sure they do that. Usually I ignore stuff when they don't do that. But I haven't checked in with you guys in a while.
Yeah, it's just...
And now I'm homeless, so...
I mean, you need somewhere to stay?
No,
I mean,
I'm not actually homeless. I'm filthy,
Oh.
disgustingly rich. But I'm trying to find a new... my fiance dumped me. And I realized that people just like me for my money. So I'm doing a coming to America thing. So So I'm going to pretend I'm poor so people like me for me.
Oh.
And now
I
I'm
mean,
in a wheelchair, which was horrible, but I think that works out. Now I
it
look
also
even
helps
worse.
the image.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I also like the complaining causes problems for me too because, while I, you know, try to
The Lakewood
hire,
Estates, they're not
people that
shelled
have
out.
a fortitude and that can take the complaining
Are you
and the
getting the
problems.
FIB to look
Everyone's
into
got a
that?
breaking point. We're all human. People get to a point where they hear so much shit about themselves that are being talked to, talked down about. You were denied to PD, you weren't good enough, and then you went and joined the FIB, and you're still not good enough. Shit like that. Like, it's. I mean, I know we're all adults, and it's not like we're in high school or shit, but I mean, it's basically just bullying, and someone can only take so much of that.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the end of the story, then yes, that is absolutely true. But if they're just not talking to you directly about it and just saying talking points, then I don't know what they really want you to do about it. I mean, there's obviously politics with this, and that's why the idea of having a more fluid transfer of, allowing academies, allowing transfers, allowing stuff like that would be a good thing too. But still, if they're not
I mean,
gonna,
have those ideas been like fleshed out? Have you talked to the PD about that, about
nope,
P&T?
I came up with that.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, like for instance, right? Like, I can see maybe some people being accepted, but like this person, July, one of my agents, was denied, and I don't know why.
Well, I mean,
And I hope.
they would have to articulate why if you're going to push them to academy. The
Yeah,
conversation would
exactly.
have to be between you and Ty and probably maybe some others in high command to just make sure everyone's on the same page so they feel
Yeah, I
comfortable.
mean, I got people that I know would be good for that.
But they
Like,
also need to release that information. If we do this, that should allow them to release any information on why certain things have happened. Also, maybe bring you into not P&T in general, but different aspects of you're able
communication,
to
lines of communication.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if we set these up and there has to be a strong line of communication because again, we're dealing with that problem right now. There is not, and all of it's just getting pushed to you. And I know you are a busy guy and you don't really have time to deal with shit like that. So if that shit does come to you, and I've tried to be open and available and I guess approachable, and I don't think I failed because I do speak to people like Gamble, like Ty, I have occasional conversations with the detective, pretty much the only active detective, Veronica Wilson.
Oh, yeah, I heard she just took over the CID completely, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why she called me earlier.
Yep. Oh, real quick
I mean,
before...
even Harold. Harold and I had a terrible relationship. And he literally shot me in the chest with a shotgun and admits to it and brags about it now. We moved past that.
Okay. Thank God for that vigilante, though. He saved the day.
Yeah. But like even Harold, right? Like I literally went and sat down and Harold and I talked for like 30 minutes. And I shared some information about an investigation that would lead to endangering the lives of his, deputies, someone stalking them.
Oh.
Like I have good communication with a lot of people, and the people that complain about things and it comes straight to you, it's because they don't want to communicate it to me. I mean, that's really all I can.
It's a conflict. A conflict. People are afraid of conflict. That's inherently what happens. So they have a narrative or something they want to push, right? And they're not going to tell you everything, and they want other people to fight their battles for them. It happens a lot.
100%. 100%.
But I mean, I'll call Ty or text him and say just to talk to you and.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to, right? I'm not going to bend
exactly,
right? Someone comes and says, you know, an agent pulled someone out of a car, like ripped them out and started beating them, right? There is going to be definitely more than one person that can back up that story if I'm being told that by a police officer, right? And I can investigate that internally and punish that person appropriately, right? Like, for instance, there's this crazy old guy, Derek Phillips, that wheeled a wheelchair into my lobby, called in an anonymous bomb threat, and then said he was going to beat me with a hammer.
How was it
And he's,
anonymous if he called it in?
well, he was in the lobby and said, I have a bomb in the lobby of the FIB, and it wasn't his number.
Got it.
It was a burner phone.
Oh.
And he starts wheeling towards me after swinging a hammer in the air, and two of my security guards shot him. And while I, deem that would be self-defense, I did not feel that situation called for lethal force. So I punished them. I suspended both of them for a day. I'm not afraid to punish people. And I really hope that these people don't think that I'm just going to give people a slap on the wrist, because I see enough of that shit happening in the PD, and I'm not going to be, on the same page as that.
I believe you. And I trust that your director too, so I'm sure he's all up to date on everything.
Yep.
So there was one other thing that I'm doing currently, and I wanted to let you know is that I've been looking into people's pay recently. I have some idea. I can't say. I don't want to say that I'm thinking of removing the cap of 300, but I'll have to see what happens when I look over everybody's. However, I did see that your security guards make more money than our judges, our magistrate judges.
What?
They currently make $5 more, or $3 or $7 less than our judges. But I figured out why that's the case, so I will work on it. I will probably contact you before I make any changes on certain things.
I would appreciate that.
And I will give you I'll have Sean do it, because that sounds like a lot of work. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Sean get a readout.
Talking about like adjusting upwards or adjusting downwards?
Both.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The reason why I asked for, like the pay for security guards to increase, because let's be honest, Jerry, who the fuck wants to do security?
Yeah, I agree.
Who wants to sit in a fucking lobby for 8 hours a day and talk to like maybe 6 to 7 people? That's the main reason.
No, that's exactly my philosophy on things that we need but are hard to fill. It's kind of like the DMV, right? But then we have to figure economically whether we can afford it is one thing. And second, politically, how can we make it make sense to everybody when they see, as a magistrate judge, they're making the same pay as, the front desk guy at the FIB, right? So then I have to figure out. The way you
solve that is you reduce the pay per hour and you factor in bonuses into budgets.
Oh my God. Okay. Look, that would be great if that didn't include a ton of work that people don't want to do. And then it'll be left on my... You might, and maybe we could do that. We could do bonuses for activity of people doing stuff. You could pay them out. We could figure out how to give you guys money to do that. You know what? Maybe we'll do that with the FIB. Jesus Christ. That's a police car.
It's a pigeon.
Follow it. I want to see where it's going. I love these fucking cops. I think they're above the law. Oh, they're taking it up north? Where does it go up north?
B&B towing?
Good shit.
Should I tell the cops, or you just want to follow it?
No, don't tell them. That's not our problem. No.
But yeah, I think that might be the best way, right? Because then you solve the problem of, on paper, I make less money than a security guard, while also not like killing people's morale because I got a pay cut. like for instance, I have the skip tracers who have to buy their own personal fire. What the fuck? Oh, they're gonna dump it in the water. They're 100% about to dump it in the water.
Oh, did you catch them? You might need to call that in.
I thought they were gonna go up to the dam.
I think they were, but I think they saw you.
Yeah, yeah.
You might need to call that in. Well, you know what?
Let's follow it. I'll call them if it gets to a point like that.
If it gets in the ocean, yeah. I mean, we don't know what they're doing. We
Yeah.
don't want to assume guilt. Innocent until proven guilty.
Like skip tracers, they have to buy their own personal firearms. Otherwise, they don't have guns. And guns are expensive, especially when you're making, because they were making minimum wage for a while.
Yeah, I used to pay them out of my pocket for equipment. Do they still have access to everything else, or do they have to pay for all that?
We paid that out of the FIB budget.
But not guns.
But not guns. But what I started doing for security and skip tracers, if they work 15 hours over a span of 2 weeks, I give them a $1,500 budget,
What are they
which covers
doing?
the cost of guns.
Okay. Yeah, they shouldn't have to pay for their guns. Also, I wish they got their. They should still get their. They should get their kickback. To be honest.
I mean, we could do that, but it's got to, the budget was in a really bad spot, and I took that away because I didn't see how it would be feasible to give them that while also, have the government be in a position where it can afford it.
Well, the more money you bring in, the more we can afford, right? And also,
yeah, I mean, we've been bringing in a lot.
I think there's some, there's a few more things that, there'll be more money coming into the economy soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably within the next 2 weeks. Hopefully.
I mean, I can work with the mayor. I can say that you want the skip chasers to have their kickback back, and I can get that factored into our budget.
Well, currently you have a new thing where if they don't pay, it's 10%.
Extra 10%. Yeah.
What if that
yeah.
10% went into their pocket?
Yeah, that's a really good idea because it gives them a basically, if they have to work harder, they get paid for it. Hey, Fox, let me give you a call back. I'm in a meeting. Yeah, actually, that's a really good idea. That 10%. That way, they actually, based on the amount of money paid, and if they have to work harder and actually apprehend someone. Because odds are, if they have to apprehend
And
someone,
incentivize going after bigger.
Yeah,
bigger
exactly.
fish. Just so you know, I would restart your MDW, and you should have access. And just to be clear, what we did is I just need to make this clear because I have to. The bank records you'll have access to are only the ones that are
Fines. Yeah.
the fines, right? Overdue
Yep.
fines, right? That's
Yeah, I completely understand.
Yep. So yeah, that you're good on that. You have that now.
Awesome, thank you.
Already done.
It's gonna make their jobs a lot easier.
Yeah. The other thing is, I'm always sympathetic towards bounty hunters. So I'm hoping once we get the alerts and stuff for banks, that makes it easier. Also, maybe
You see
someone
that bike?
where'd it go?
It turned past. Oh, it's going to prison.
Oh.
All
What
right,
are
I
they
think I'm gonna
doing?
call. I think I'm gonna call this in.
You think they're holding it hostage?
It might be. PD from
I'm
FIB.
going to work at the Cluck and Bell, man.
I've got a tow truck that is towing a pigeon northbound on the train tracks. Just parallel oiling broke. Copy that. I'm just tailing it right now. We just passed the Route 68 turnoff, continuing north towards Utool. Just a normal one. Yeah, we're passing the U-Tool now. Slowing down. Nope, speeding up again. Pretty sure they're aware. Copy that. Yeah, they're driving like 60 miles an hour on the freeway. What the fuck? What is wrong with these people? Negative. I've just been tailing it. They're slowing down. They're pretty much pulling over. Yeah, it's Sammy Sharkbait. Sammy, what are you doing?
I'm just on the phone with the Port Authority.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask you to put the pigeon down and go on your way.
Okay, but I'm on the phone with Veronica now. Veronica, are you calling about the pigeon?
I knew a guy that. This is like the pirate. I knew a pirate.
Who? Moosebeard?
Okay,
Yeah.
The problem, Veronica, is I might have put you
It's
on.
a Port
Yeah,
Authority.
I was engaged to him
Stumbling with the phone.
for a while.
Oh. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
I haven't seen him in
Now we're
years.
in
That
it
must have been
together.
traumatic.
We're in it together, Veronica. You're an accomplice.
Yeah, you could say that.
I know. No, I can't do that. You know the reason for it is because they don't IFIB. They don't lock the gates. They say they care about the
He's so
pigeon, but they
loud,
don't.
dude.
It's a lie.
Yeah, I understand that, Sammy, but you know,
Exactly.
I mean,
the
if
best
it's
thing
open,
you can
might as
do,
well.
the best thing you can do is drop it so that you maybe don't go to prison. Because right now, that's all I'm asking.
Oh no, Bauer gave me a get out of free jail
Jesus-
free card.
Jesus Christ!
Sammy, you just
Sammy.
got. What are you? Stop yelling, man.
Yes! Oh my God!
What?
Okay,
Who's
that's
that yelling?
Sammy?
Better.
Yeah, you were.
No, Bauer gave me
Sammy?
the card.
Sammy, hang up the phone.
I can't hang up the phone. That's the problem. Veronica's
Okay.
got me locked in.
All right. Well, say hello to Veronica
Oh,
for me.
you're being held hostage, huh?
Oh, that's it. Veronica's
Cruel
holding
and
me
unusual, I
hostage,
think
and
that
I'm
would
holding
fall
the
under.
pigeon hostage.
10-4. I believe he said his phone is a bit broken as well.
Aye, Veronica. Your fault.
Okay.
Your
Sammy,
fault,
you have the
absolutely.
options. Step out the vehicle with your hands up. I'm sure we can confiscate the phone
Hand,
so you don't have the
hand.
issue.
He's only got one.
I can
was a
take a
little
little nap
excessive.
and then we'll
Semantics.
resume this. How's
Strong
that
rock.
sound?
That's.
Well, hey, from a also
Okay, well,
another
then I'm going.
single-handed.
Take care.
Hey,
Sorry.
hey!
Ah, he just hit me with his tow truck.
Sammy, do not evade. Sammy, you could not go to prison for this. Why do you want to just drive away from this? Why not walk away from this with, with all your hands, with all your hand intact, not in cuffs. Cuff? Is it one cuff or two?
It's only. Well, you have to still do two. It's on the wrist. He's just missing his hand, right?
You got to do it really tight, otherwise it.
Slips right off.
All right, 008 activating North Sonora. Gray tow truck with a pigeon on the back being driven by Sammy Sharkbait.
Oh, that's
Ride
good, right?
eastbound. Union Road will be transitioning southbound. Weather is fucking beautiful, and there is no traffic where we're at.
Watch your mouth.
All right, boss. Continuing south to Union Road.
What was that from McConnell? He's playing hardcore, I guarantee it. What's he doing? Playing fucking hardcore.
Good crap.
Sammy, come on. Come on, Sammy. Sammy, look at what you're doing right now, Sammy. Go buy plastic burgers and throw them at the FIB building for all I care.
This is McConnell, yeah. McConnell's right there.
Is this part of the meeting?
I think so. Did you do this, Jerry?
No, please don't steal the pigeon. The police, yeah. They're so good. They're always nice.
Come on, Sammy. Sammy?
Playing undue bodily harm.
Oh, he's gonna walk the plank?
Telling you that Highway Patrol is
Oh, she's stuck on the phone.
Yeah, they're both stuck on the phone.
Oh, this is intense. I
Yeah.
want to see what happens here. How do they handcuff?
I don't know.
How is this
I really
gonna work
don't
out?
know.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
008 secondary, unless you want to maintain secondary, up to you.
Just give them secondary.
Copy that. Southbound, Sonora Freeway. Oh, braking hard, pulling over, getting out.
Oh, good.
Hold on. Okay.
You finally taking it off? Oh wait, he's got a hook. What the fuck?
I got a hook, and you see, I'm.
When the fuck do you get that?
All
All right, put your hands up, Sammy.
Nope. I've got this.
Hand,
Sammy,
hand
put
and
your
hook.
hand and hook in the air now.
I'm not.
That was very
doing this.
considerate.
Sammy?
I have a phone gun now.
That's what I'll be considerate this time.
That ain't
Hand
happening.
and hook.
Put the phone down and put your hand and hook up.
It's gonna be terrorism.
It was
Sammy?
Am I stretching in a purse?
You're trying to do something for political purposes.
Hello.
Ooh, hold on now. That's
Hey, Jerry.
All right, we
Um,
can
yeah,
discuss
I
that
mean,
later.
give it up
Sammy,
some help.
off
Give
the
it up.
truck.
What's going on?
This is really awkward.
One of my realtors
Yeah,
is
so
a
give it up. You're the one who
dumbass.
shot me on the phone. You're gonna surrender first.
And
Okay, we got Sammy's in the
apparently
back of the
looked
set of the
at the
truck.
property listing for a house that somebody walked up to.
Sammy, come
Only
on.
one address
Come
was
on.
showing for
Sammy,
it,
give
and
it
we
up.
told that address. They didn't want to
all right,
walk
all
through
right. Put your
anything,
hand and hook on the car.
and
Come
it was
on.
the wrong house.
I'm taking
Yeah.
it
They
out.
sold-
You're gonna go to
they sold
cops.
someone the
That's
wrong
what's gonna
house?
happen.
Yeah.
Nope. It's in the pigeon.
Sammy?
This happened before.
I.
I don't remember exactly how we
Sammy?
fixed it, but
Okay, your hand.
Marina
put your
will.
hook in the air.
suppose.
I'm
Okay,
gonna take it out
alright.
so you
So
guys can
apparently
tell.
the house that
All right.
this
All right,
person
I'll just be here
wanted
behind my car.
was
Don't
already
resist.
sold.
okay.
All right.
So we need to remove the house and get the money back.
It's awkward with the,
Yeah.
with the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very
I got
awkward with the phone.
Veronica again.
Uh,
Got
okay,
threatening.
okay.
They're
Can
probably
you-
good here.
Can you send me
Hell
an
yeah, we
email with
do.
the information?
Yeah.
All right, and then I'll
I got
I'll
the
figure
sirens.
it out.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, Sammy, are you in possession of anything sharp minus the hook that can poke, stick, or stab
Guy's
in?
got a hook.
I've got a cutlass. I've got a crowbar. I think I've got one more burgie. Hey, you better watch out for
Okay,
that.
I'm just gonna confiscate, just for the time being, just any weapons that you have. You will receive them back as soon as you use them, okay?
Aye.
So disappointed, Sammy.
What?
While I also really do like this thing, I don't know if you towed it because you. Oh, what's this? Is this evidence?
With
Just hand-
evidence.
She just handed me a cup.
Yeah, I can't put it in my pocket.
She smoked you, Strong Rock. She kind of got you good on that one.
What'd what'd she say?
She just
Here.
gave you a cup because
She
it was
did
garbage.
give me a cup. Okay, watch this, Jerry. Though.
Okay.
This is. Aye.
Oh, what was in it?
It was full.
Green
That
goo.
was full.
Hey, she gave the cup to me. She littered to me first.
Yeah, we're supposed to be the good guys.
We are the. Well, then
Aye, this
you
is
talk to her.
disgusting.
Jesus, Booba, just come on. Let's go, Booba.
Hold on, I'm not just gonna leave.
They're
We got
fine.
this
They
under
got,
control.
You know what's
they got
You
another
guys
cop here.
good?
Pointed in.
No,
What?
you gotta wait here a moment.
Is there other pirates that are gonna come over here or
Can I
something?
get that unit to come and take care of Sammy for a moment?
You got to talk to Bauer. I got to get out of
How many
jail.
times-
Stare into his
because-
eyes.
How many cops does it take to arrest a pirate? Am I right?
I don't even think about
Get
hitting
it?
with that cup, Veronica. I'll rain holy burgie hell down on Sam.
Okay, Strong Rock. You're gonna be
Oh, are you
receiving
citing me
infraction
for littering?
for littering.
Okay, well, you know what? You gave that to me uninvited.
I gave it to you. I didn't drop it on the floor. I gave it to you and you willingly took it. Okay, I didn't throw
No,
it.
you shoved it in my hands.
Did not.
Yeah,
Yeah, you shoved it in my hands.
it's a gateway drug. You're gonna be a pirate
You know what?
in no time.
You know
Oh,
what? You can take your
Apologize, and I'll
ticket.
get to the littering.
You can take it and shove it here.
Whoa!
I'm not sure how that.
I wasn't looking. Where was he pointing to?
I didn't.
I grabbed my crotch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I call that one the Jerry.
Yeah, I was about to say Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Are
not
we
my
good
idea.
here?
by
All
the
right,
way.
I'm out of here.
I just want to be clear on that. That was not my. Anyway.
Yeah, so you don't see how there's a little bit of a conflict right there with wanting to maintain a good relationship with the PD, while
Petro's
simultaneously also asking us to investigate corruption as a third party,
we don't have to create a good
even though
relationship.
we're
It's a
supposedly
working,
in a partnership with the PD.
working relationship. Or we split it up completely and you just maybe veer off of less of, you know, the PD
I mean,
stuff
they just
and
tried to
into
give
more...
fucking Booba a goddamn littering charge. Littering, citation. For a cup.
She handed you the cup.
I mean, she did. Well,
Was that
listen,
a flirting thing, or is she just being a
You
jerk?
know, I don't have great social
I don't know
cues.
what
I
that
don't
was,
really
but
know.
if that's a sign of what the PD's about, who the fuck would want to work with them?
Listen. While I would have probably done the same thing back when I was a cop, I don't have a problem with that. But you see how I attached and how I assisted and how I was in the chase. Do you think there's a problem with that?
I would have fricked off as soon as the other cop came. Let them deal with it.
Well, yeah, but I'm the one that called it in, so I kind of.
No, you don't have to. That's
you
were
to
nice
be available.
to do that, right? You didn't have to.
But I mean, again, right? It's a partnership. I want to assist the PD.
Yeah, but then they're gonna do stuff like that. This lazy fuck was sitting in his car the whole time and made you have to wander around doing shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that is an example of what they would call doing cop work.
Yeah.
And while I don't think that there's a problem with that at all. I mean, I assisted them, right? Did they not want help at all? Like, because I could just not have
That's
called
what
it
I'm
in.
honestly.
I could have not kept eyes.
That's what I was saying. We should have just.
off.
Could have. It would have been funnier, probably.
No, that's not what you're saying. You got in the car,
right?
Had no examples ready to give Booba at all about some complaints you received, and then proceeded to tell him that you needed him to investigate corruption.
Yeah, but it's not
what
just
in
the
the
police.
fuck are you talking about, buddy?
It's not just the police. I'm not talking about just the police. The issue is with the surgical, the medical department and the DOJ and the lawyers and the government, the mayor's office and all that stuff.
Does
Not
the
just
PD realize we're working on the same fucking team here? Who gives a shit if we're doing helping a little bit with the patrol?
That's what I'm
saying. Who cares?
You
That's what I'm
know
saying.
very well that never works out as well as you think it does.
Okay, but why not?
It's just
we're not. It's because we don't fit into their square peg. That's why.
Well, no, it's an oversight thing, right? It's like if you don't have to follow the same rules they do, then you know why
But we
wouldn't
do,
everybody
because
become the FIB?
The problem with asking for oversight is you can't. There's no examples of anything to take action on. If you're coming to us and asking us to change something that we're doing, and you can't even
I'm
bring
saying
a
it's the
fucking
biggie- it's
example
the
to the
boogeyman.
table, then how the fuck are you going to ask for oversight for anything?
Look, it's the same thing on why Bob came and talked to you about this in the first place, and it's never going to stop. It's going to be forever. There's always going to be this
Well, then
struggle.
let them be whiny crybaby bitches. That's what I say.
Yeah, I mean, this is mostly a Bob thing he should have to deal with, but he's catching ghosts, so.
Like, respectfully, until there's an actual problem, this is a non-existent problem. There's no problem here at all. It's people that don't like the way something is because they can't control it.
Right. But we're going to run into jurisdictional issues.
I don't think we will. I really
you
just
don't think so?
we will. I don't think we will at all. We have been operating for the past 9 months with little to no problems at all, even with investigations that have overlapped with CID. Because guess what? We're all adults, and when it really matters, we can compromise without having to make crazy changes to everything. And the people that can't do that are children and really should not be validated.
Look, the point is, we have oversight, okay? There's me, there's Booba, and there are other people below that.
Jay,
we have
the
a
penal
ranking
code.
structure. We have SOPs. Okay? We did the paperwork. All right? If anybody has an
I've been doing
issue,
the paperwork on my days
Why
off,
is he
for
so
Christ's sake.
loud?
if anybody has an issue with anything that anybody in the FIB is doing, they can come to us, say, this example is an issue, and we will take an action. But if it's a general complaint about helping the PD go on patrol, or they feel like we're stepping on toes, we can't do anything with that. Eat shit, basically.
I'll have to talk to Bob on how he still thinks, how he feels about it. What I'm gathering from them is there's a fundamental issue of you guys doing any type of police work. They would prefer none of it happen. You stay completely out of it.
Why?
They don't want you involved in that. And now the other issue is whether we need to define the different peace officers in the city. That has been another thing that has been brought up. I don't want to do it. Seems like a burden. I can talk to Bob, and if he doesn't care, then we just keep going the way we're here.
I mean, listen. Talking about like separating different types of peace officers, I will write that if there's a problem, okay? I will spend my Thursdays and my Sundays that I normally have off writing up legislation, and I will take it to whoever's complaining when there is an actual credible problem. I will do all that work.
Okay.
There's no problem. There isn't a need for that. I talk to Joy about this all the time. It's where is it written down? And every single time it does not even need to be written down. There's no reason why we need to differentiate the difference in terms of authority and powers of a FIB agent and a LSPD officer. For all intents and purposes, they are the same thing. I have SOPs in place that require my agents to request PD assistance when it's not something that we are focusing on. You know, if it's an investigation, say we're looking into Sammy Sharkbait robbing ATMs so that we can take all the zero money he actually has, you know, and we see Sammy Sharkbait and he goes and robs an ATM, you know, we're going to document it and, you know, respond to it. It's not like I have agents out there day to day responding to carjackings. That's not what's happening at all.
I don't like. Okay, so all right. I needed to hear your side of this before any stuff happened. More than likely, not my. What's the saying? Not my rodeo. Not my monkey. Not my monkey. Not my road. What is it with the monkeys?
Not my monkey, not my circus.
Not my monkey, or is it not my circus, not my monkey?
I think it's not my monkey, not my circus.
Okay, that's it. That's basically how I would prefer to handle things like this, because that's kind of my job.
Yeah, I understand that. I want to be able to have like the conversation we're having right now with the person it is, right? And have them. And listen, I know it's Bob or Ty or the sheriff or whoever it may end up be. I just, because I mean, you see what happened, right? You came to me, you had people complaining, you know, you said what, pulling on your ear, and you and I talked, and I think you kind of see the fact that there's not any concrete examples of these things actually occurring. It's just, you know, more or less, you know, unsupported complaining. And I don't personally, I don't think Bob is present enough to be able to have the conversation like you and I are having right now. Maybe Ty would probably be a good example of someone who actually has like a pulse on how the PD.
Well, the big difference is that's the good thing. I don't think we should be here micromanaging you guys and only have to deal with things where, you know, one side is starting to argue for we need to set this boundaries. The other side is like, well, we don't have a problem with that. And then it's like, okay, we have to figure out if this is even an issue or not. So that's basically what we got to do. I talked to Bob earlier. So I'll talk to him tonight. I'm sure. So we'll figure it out. But I don't want to do anything until the police actually have a conversation with you about it.
Yeah. I just don't think that there is I
feel like there's a lot of missing things here.
You know, like a problem that's worth making like a big change over. I think this is something that can be resolved between, you know, people without making drastic changes. And while I very much appreciate your idea about like having more or less a shared academy, right? Like I've got people who I really want to make agents, but they don't have police training. And unfortunately, I don't have the capacity to give them that training. You know, because I'm not out there doing traffic stops. I'm not out there joining pursuits. You know, I have agents who are, you know, out there who maybe respond to an ATM once a day, maybe once a week. You know, maybe are, you know, code 6ing 37s to see if maybe someone's doing drug sales. But I don't have the ability to train them in the field daily. And, you know, you only get the edge that, you know, you have being law enforcement from being in the field daily with the repetition of doing those things. So I really, really like the idea of being able to send some of those people to academy so that they can get that training. I am on board with that.
Oh, I'm definitely on board with that too. I would
'Cause
love
they,
to have
you know,
more easy ways.
yeah.
Any type of way we can remove red tape like that stuff is fantastic.
Yeah, like I've totally revamped my SOPs to be able to cover things like traffic stops and pursuits because, you know, while that's not our main focus and not the thing that we want to be doing on a day-to-day basis, you know, it is something that everyone in the FIB need, or, you know, everyone that's law enforcement needs to be able to know how to do because they are law enforcement and there may be a situation where they need to know how to perform a traffic stop. So I have it in my SOPs so that they know how to do it.
All right. Well, I'll have to talk to Bob about how he feels about that. Which we'll see. Oh, and
Yeah, you let me
otherwise,
know. I
I
will
think
sit.
you need to talk to the police and say, why did you have the governor come talk to me? I need examples of what those problems are. And if they can give you the constructive examples of the issues, then maybe you can work it out and I don't have to deal with it,
Yeah,
which is ideal.
I'm willing to speak to them about it, but I feel like me going to them and being like, you know what, I'm willing to do that. While I don't think it's my problem to go to them and ask them what their problems are, they should be coming to me. I'm
I will
willing
tell
to
them to
do
go
that.
to you.
Okay.
I'll do
All
it.
right. I want to make this work. I want to be in good standing with the police. I want to be able to work day to day with them. And you know what? I do tell my agents, I say, get out there, get in a police car with a police officer and do joint patrols, right? Get in a car, a marked vehicle with a police officer. If you've got an itch to go be a police officer, go do a joint, you know, a tandem patrol with them and scratch the itch that way. We're not cops. I don't want you going out there responding to 1060s all day long. I tell them that. It's not like I'm telling them they can do whatever the fuck they want and I don't, you know, have any oversight on what my people are doing. I think that's, from what it sounds like, that's what their concern is. Is I'm just letting the, what do they call it? The circus run wild?
Oh, is this about the monkeys?
The monkeys in the circus. What's the ringleader?
It's, the oh, who does run the circus?
I think the ringleader. It's the, you know, the guy that comes
Yeah,
out all
with
dressed
the
up
cane.
fancy. Yeah. You know, they're the monkeys. I'm the ringleader. And from the outside, I guess the PD's the audience, and they're like, this guy can't control monkeys for shit. But I am.
This issue has been as old as time, and we've never been able to figure it out. This is even with all the shit we've been talking about today, this is still by far the most workable situation we've ever had.
Yeah, I think it very much so is.
Everything else has, you know, fizzled away, and it was just Mr. Guy over here alone.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you are happy with, you know, our presence here, because we have done a shit ton of work. I've got people working on financial investigations daily.
Look who it is!
We have brought the state a fuck ton of money. Pardon my French.
Well, my thing is giving people a reason to be here and enjoying what they do here and making sure that keeps happening. So, you know, that's why I'm happy. and it's and you give other people a reason to have a job and be happy, and
I've
so
got
that's
50
important too.
we've got 50 goddamn employees. And they are I every single day they tell me how happy they are to be here, to be at the FIV, and the environment that I've created that they've never found anywhere else. And you know what? Even if PD complained enough and they got to the point where they're like, we're not working with FIB, and the city came crashing down. It's like, FIB, you can't patrol anymore. You can't go out of the building. You know what? I as much as I would, obviously not want that, I would be okay with sitting in my building all day long with the people that I've hired and just simply enjoying their company. Because I've worked very hard for this.
You've earned all of it. I'll be honest.
Thank you, Jerry.
No matter what, we will make sure that things work out. So just if anything happens, I can make sure things.
Hey, we want pillbox.
What do you mean?
We want it.
What do you mean you want it? What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, we want our own personal hospital. We want to own it.
You can have a private practice.
No, we want the whole hospital.
Well, do you have any doctors?
Yeah.
Who?
That's classified.
It's not classified.
Yeah, top
How is it
secret.
classified if they're going to be doctors here?
It's not ready to divulge that information yet.
So you want me to just...
Yeah. I mean, it's right there. Nobody's using it. And FIB is right here.
You know, the last people that used this blew up the hospital.
Okay, do you think we're going to do that?
IAA?
No, the last people, there was these people, I think his name was, one of them was named Dr. Alex, the junior, and the other was named Rudy Thrive, Dr. Rudy Thrive. They bombed the hospital afterwards.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's not good. I was not told about that at all.
Oh, they were doctors. They weren't FIB. They were just doctors.
Well, no, but that's the thing, right? That would be something like you were talking about investigating.
They're dead. They all died.
Oh.
All of them.
Oh, they're dead.
Yeah, all of
okay,
them are
so
dead.
problem solved.
Yes, that's how it was solved. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I can. Where do you want to go, Jerry? We've taken enough of your time.
You take me. Well, take me home.
Near the golf course?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Actually, there was one more thing. I
Sure.
found out today, from the lieutenant district attorney, and I think this was from the. I don't know when this occurred or how it happened, but they have access to our reports.
The district attorney does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Okay.
I didn't give it to them. I don't know how they got it. I don't know who gave it to them.
Greco?
Greco?
No.
Well, regardless, I do not want them having access to the reports. When we need their help with the prosecution, we can share the report with them.
Right. I'll bring that up. I think I can change that.
I mean, I can. Pretty sure. I mean, I have control over our reports.
Can you can you remove?
I don't know how it.
No,
I don't
you
know
can't.
how it got there in the first place. I guess you said Greco, but I don't know.
At my club, and I painted it super
And like they
cool.
can
Yeah,
have
I know.
the ability to see it when I share it. That's mainly what we want, right?
Yes.
I don't need DAs looking through all my reports and seeing our investigation into, corruption and maybe even them. I can probably change that. I just wanted to talk to you because the DA's office is under your office.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are mine. Yeah. Yeah, I can probably take care of that. I'll talk to. Have you talked to Sadi?
No. I was made aware of this literally today.
Oh, talk to Sadi. See if you can do it without her. And if there's any complications or concerns where they don't want to listen or whatever, you can come to me.
Gotcha.
The less I do, the better.
Yep. Yep.
But also,
Mhm.
that's actually true. The more I can have people have autonomy, that's important to me. I know what it's like to have someone breathing down your back nonstop in everything you do.
I think everyone in this car does.
So, I don't want that. I'd rather let people make mistakes.
So, with the whole idea of the grand jury and the FIB being the investigative branch of like the DOJ, I'm 100% for that. I love that idea. I kind of wanted to do that and have, tried to investigate. Got keys to this?
Oh, yes.
The barrier to entry on things like that is pretty difficult when it comes to actually investigating it. So I guess if it's
I talked to the DOJ about that. We'll have some more info for you. Pretty soon.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah,
So,
I
I just
I
had a
don't wanna,
meeting with the Supreme Justices. Actually, that's why I was late today. We were discussing a lot of these issues. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want you to like hand this to me and be like, you guys got this, and then like nothing happens because, we don't have like an effective way of investigating things like this, right?
Yeah. We're talking about it, so we'll let you know. Hopefully soon. Probably Joy or Montag will reach out to you, or you guys will have a sit down. You can discuss, because I know you had concerns about that. So we discussed them for a pretty lengthy amount of time on ways to make it better for you and stuff like that. So
That is great to hear, and
hopefully
I'm
we
sure
can come to
once,
something.
yeah, all this will blow over. I'm
I
positive.
know, Slor. Sure. Yeah. Totally.
Yep.
Can I have my wheelchair?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get it out for you. Let me prop it up.
Nice to see you, Mr. Guy.
Listen, next time I have to attend a meeting like this, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
I don't know what you want me to do. I've been asked to do this for a few days, and I've been ignoring it.
There we go.
Next time, you're just gonna have a big fucking crater in the middle of the fucking city.
Okay, you can't.
Understand?
You cannot say that.
I don't want to hear any more PD complaints.
You can't. You can't threaten to bomb the city.
Wrap it up. Let's get out of here.
You just threatened to bomb the city.
No, a crater doesn't technically mean a
yeah,
bomb.
you're right. I mean, if you're gonna do it, I mean, it would be terrible if it was Legion Square, that shithole. But don't do it. It would suck if there was a crater in the middle of Legion Square soon.
Yeah. All right, bye, Jerry.
Goodbye. He's such an asshole. Damn it. This fucking thing. Poop with the pizza. Oh my god, what a mess. I gotta pee. It's gonna be Sosuke time, probably. I need to pee so bad. Why is Sloan calling me? What does she want? Hello?
Jerry?
Yeah.
Hey, you've been avoiding my calls, and
I was in an important meeting with the FIB. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid.
Okay, can you stop calling people stupid bitches and cussing at them? I need you to follow up with the mayor. You said that you and Bob were gonna follow up regarding the vet radio stuff.
Yes.
And he still hasn't received an update.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple more days.
A couple more days. Okay.
Maybe
well,
a
can
day.
You notify him
I had DOJ and I had FIB. That was my goal to get done today.
Well, can you notify him so he's not left in the fucking in the dark? And
who, the mayor?
is that what I was told? Yes.
Okay, I'll call the mayor.
Okay, never mind. Quinley said he needs to talk to you. She needs to talk to you about stuff, but apparently you still have tomorrow, so maybe you'll
Yes.
deal with that then. Okay.
Yes. Just tell the mayor to tell everyone to go fuck themselves and blame Jerry.
Okay, well, the mayor's not going to tell people to go fuck themselves, Jerry.
Why
'Cause we
not?
also have to
Tell him Jerry said it.
professionalism. No,
I don't have to be professional. I'm in a
I know you don't have
wheelchair
to be
right now.
professional,
My legs
but
are in a cast.
I'm sorry that you're in a cast in a wheelchair.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
You just laughed at me being in a wheelchair.
I am not laughing.
I can't drive a car, Sloan. Oh, God.
So what do you need from me then? You
I-
want me to be your personal driver?
I didn't say that.
If
No.
I do, I'm getting a bonus. I'm getting
You're
paid what
not.
I got paid.
I don't want to. And I don't want to stay in the cast. So no, you should not
really
be
need to
the.
give Ty, you really need to give Ty a bonus.
For what?
For all the work that he's been
He
doing.
makes a ton of money.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't make a lot of money at all.
Yes, he does. He makes
He's
the
a
most in this.
hardworking man.
He makes this. Why do you care so much about him and not about you?
I do care about me.
You're always wondering about him. Can you worry about yourself? The guy doesn't
Worry
even.
about myself?
The guy's like
Yes, he does
fucking
care.
everything
Yes,
and
he does
moves.
care.
Oh
He's
God!
fucking-
Do not
Ty,
get
he
me
can
into
go fuck
water.
everything
No, no, no,
about
no,
me.
no, no, no!
Well, he's not fucking you, certainly. If they're attractive.
All right, back to the ICU. Back to the ICU. I need to pee. Be right back. Be right back. I need to pee. How do I drown? Am I not drowning? Trying to RP here. I'm getting fucked. Do I not have a pool? I can swim. Why is the water so low? Does this work? Will I die? I need to pee. I'll be right back.
You know it. box, huh?
I'm splurging on some my high heels.
Yeah, I know.
I need to find some TSLC on sale.
Hello?
I've been working on making my pets dance.
Jerry? I can't tell if that's him. Oh. Well, I guess even if it's a homeless person, I should say. No, it is Jerry. Alright, let me call the police. Hello? Hey, 911. Jerry's. I found him, like, dead in his pool. The governor. So, can you go to his, like, pool at his mansion place and, like, save him? Like, pronto? I think he's been dead for ages. I don't think he's coming back. I'm gonna try. I think they taught us at veterinary, or wait, I didn't go to veterinary school. I went to animal control school. No, I'm not gonna kiss him on the looks. I'm gonna try what they call BLS. Let's see here. It's not CPR anymore. It's let's see, compression. No, it's what was it? Not CPR anymore.
How does this work?
Compression airway breathing.
CAB?
Cab? Hurry up! He's dying. Let's see here. I'm gonna flip you on your side because I've seen them do that on Baywatch. And then I'm gonna hit you on the back a few times. Let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna have to do it. He's turning blue. Here we go.
God damn it, man! I wanted to
mouth
switch
to mouth. Oh wait, I forgot to plug his nose. Well, it's not working. You're right. I guess I'm gonna have to do what they taught me in animal control school, which is called chest compression. They taught me to sing. They taught me to sing something. What was it? Staying alive.
God damn it.
Staying alive. Staying alive. Oh, I'm giving him chest compressions. Okay, we double now. You're supposed to sing "Staying Alive."
All right, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, he's blue.
Oh, he's fine. He's spitting water out.
Oh,
yeah, it's because I saved his life.
Oh, good job, Billy.
I
Are
mean,
you CPR certified?
Oh, I think he broke a rib or
I'm in
3.
security.
He's gonna sue you for that.
I'm in security, and that's actually how you're supposed to do it. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to break
My wheelchair.
Your stiff.
That
There's
makes
a
you
wheelchair
liable.
in there.
Yeah, because my legs are casted.
Don't we have the Good Samaritans Act?
Jerry's fine.
I'm just gonna.
He's talking. He's breathing. He's been up.
I just need my wheelchair. I'm gonna go late. Can you bring me into my tent?
Hey, OG. Is he okay?
Bring me to my tent right now, please. Please, quickly.
Okay.
Did someone wheel you into the water? Was it?
No, I'm not good with that thing. It has no brakes.
You know that's very coincidental.
Is
buddy,
this supposed to be
'cause I was getting pretty
Jerry?
sleepy too.
That is Jerry.
Oh, why does he have the same haircut as that guy who works at the what is it? At the parking lot.
Oh, I was thinking more Castaway. I'm waiting for the Wilson.
Who's Wilson? Like Veronica Wilson?
It's a volleyball. Or coconut,
Oh,
I can't
okay.
remember.
No, this is a coming to America thing, you know? I want people to like me for me.
But you're already in America. Welcome to America.
It's a movie about like a very wealthy person, and everybody likes them just because they're rich, powerful, and attractive. But I want someone to love me for me.
For a bonus?
There's piss
That's
in
okay.
here.
Yeah. Who could have done that?
Hey, boss.
Yeah.
Can I get a bonus for saving your life?
I'm going to bed.
I want the bonus.
You didn't do anything.
I sleep.
You sleep.
So skate time.